What's up there, people? Welcome to another episode of my welding journey. What you're about to see here is the very first of my metal art projects. I decided to make a table. I needed to practice to get the welding in, and rather than just weld up a bunch of random pieces, I said, hey, why not make a table? So this is the beginning of it. I know this video is going to be kind of long, but bear with me, people. This is 3 months worth of work shrunk down to one video. I did lose a couple videos when I switched cell phones, but go to my Instagram page on my story highlights called Metal Art Project. You will see all the lost footage on them highlights. No game plan, no blueprints, just a basic idea, a few chalk pencils, and it's time to make that first cut. Here we go, people. Alright, what's up there, people? Hunter Spoke Riders here, and you're probably looking like, what is that thing right there? Man, it took me a lot to get this little piece to this point. By no means was this piece look anything like this when I had started. It's bent, but it's not that radically bent. This is the part I had to cut off right here. These were kind of like in almost like a U shape, or maybe say a Y shape. So I bent them, had to get that curl. I wanted to get that curl in there, and it was not easy. I basically did it all with this vise right here. It's kind of hard to get an even curl when you're not actually physically curling it around something round. But I think I don't need it perfectly round, so it's good enough for what it is. I got it to a certain point, and then once I got to this point, I had to tweak it with this little old dumbbell bar right here, because it's hollow. I basically stuck it in here and used brute force pulling it down like a little extension. So I'm kind of glad I left this piece on. Eventually I will be grinding that piece to a sharp point. This piece to a sharp point and that piece to a sharp point. But this is the next piece that's going on my custom made table. And I've been bending this piece just a little bit at a time for the last couple of days now. Just to get to this point, I think this is about as close as I'm going to get it right here. And my next move is to weld this onto the table. I know this is going to be kind of hard to visualize. Just bear with me, because I'm real limited on space. I don't really have enough room to set this camera up. I didn't take my motorcycles out the garage because it's downpouring rain outside. So I was just trying to get this piece knocked out real quick. Basically, this is the top of the table right there. This is the main two leg sections. And because this is just a top, this is just a plate, it was it had a slight little wobble in the middle. So I was going to just do some kind of cross brace right here and here, but I figured I'm going to use this piece right here as the cross brace. So, I mean, this is just slowly so it doesn't wobble. Trust me, there's not that much of a wobble, but I didn't really want nothing at the bottom to tie these two legs together. So I just want to use this piece to take just a little bit of the wobble out of it. And basically, I'm going to weld it on right about here. Wait for you. Yeah, basically, I'm going to weld this piece on right about there. Gives it a little kind of different look, you know. But before I weld the piece on, I'm going to take the time this is why I just cut with a torch right here. I'm going to take the time to grind that down to a real sharp point. And I'm going to grind this one down to a real sharp point and grind that one down to a real sharp point. Once I get these ends grinded down to the way I like, weld that on right there, and then I continue on with the table. This is the top half of the table right here, just to give you a little idea. This is the top half. I know it looks a hot mess because I'm in here working, you know. And it's kind of dark and dingy in here. Once again, the downpouring rain outside, the humidity's crazy. I turned the fan off to make this video, and in there, I don't have the door open. So the bikes, as you can see, the garage is just, it looks like a bomb exploded in this garage. So I didn't have time to move the bikes out because I didn't want to have them out in the rain. Hey, I'm trying to get it in every day. I work on this table every day, a little bit at a time. Sometimes I work on the piece of the table, and sometimes I work on the table itself. But this is where I'm at with it so far. Okay, I'm not gonna make this too crazy long. I'm just out here putting a little work in with the sandblaster. I've already got sandblaster videos I've done before. This is the same sandblaster I've had for years and years. I'm actually using the same bag of sand I've used over and over again. And I'm just mainly wanted to get, because it's such an oddball, awkward piece, I didn't feel like dumping out my 55-gallon drum full of scrap metal. I just use this setup right here. I just mainly wanted to get the pieces that are hard to reach, all the hard to reach spots is hard to get to with a grinder or a wire wheel or anything like that. So I got to about where I wanted. I can do the rest of it with the wire wheels and the hand grinders and the sanders and stuff like that. As you see right here, this is the same old Harbor Freight sandblaster. I've modified it a little bit over the years. Got rid of the water trap, put a different gauge on it, stuff like that. But all in all, it's been a pretty good sandblaster. All I do is I sweep up all this sand. That's why I do it when it's dry on concrete, because I just sweep up this sand, and then once I sweep up the sand, I'll strain it through this is just mesh from a screen door. You get a roll of mesh like you get from any hardware store for a screen door. And that way you can filter out all the rocks you sweep in, all the sticks and debris that you don't want, because that's the stuff that'll jam up your sandblaster. But what they don't give you when you buy this sandblaster is this right here, because they want you to keep buying sand over and over again. Get your roll of mesh from a hardware store. If you can save your sand, scoop it up. You're gonna lose a percentage of the sand. If you buy a big bag of sand, it'll last you a lot longer than just shooting it through and then buying another bag. Just a quick little tip. I'm just out here putting in a little work. Just give you a quick little update on where I'm at with this custom table build. This is actually a real slow project for me. I'm doing literally, I do a little bit at a time. I don't work on it every day. I just, whenever I feel like getting out here, messing with it, I do. What this table is I wanted a little small table to sit just a little bit higher than the plug in the wall that are currently on my living room. I wanted to sit just a little bit higher so I can have somewhere to set my cell phone or my devices when I'm charging them next to my chair. Now I decided to do this custom thing, and this is a good opportunity for me to practice my welding. And this is actually the first time I used a torch on my own without my brother here. Each piece of metal on this table is basically scrap metal from other projects we've done. This top plate right here, this is a piece from the lowrider frame we built, me and my brother built. This is like a leftover piece. So that's the main piece. These poles right here are leftover poles from our carport build. This apparatus right here is, what is this from? This is from like a little thing you hang plants on. It's like an outdoor garden piece you hang plants on. I think it's called a Lazy Susan or something. I'm not 100% sure. It did not have this shape. I had to make these bends. It was very difficult to do. The bottom leg section right here is part of a body dolly that me and my brother built when we first started working on the frame. And I had this other cutlass, and their body dolly was sitting on top of that. The welds are rough, but I'm gonna leave them. I've been practicing welding, but each time I've been practicing welding and like welding stuff on the table or welding stuff standing up. This was a test for me to weld stuff in different positions and not just, basically welding while I was uncomfortable. And I learned a lot, The welds are far from perfect, but I believe, in my opinion, my welds are getting a little bit better. Made a lot of mistakes, but it's a learning thing. It's a learning curve. Had some problems with the welder. Couldn't figure out why the wire was coming out so slow, but I got it all taken care of. Anyway, right now it's all stripped down to bare metal, and my original plan was to go ahead and paint this thing and make it all shiny like I would paint a car. But my daughter has expressed her opinion on, she thinks it looks cooler when you can see all the lines in the raw metal stage. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna compromise and I might leave it raw metal. But either way, I'm gonna do some more grinding and sanding on it and try to smooth it out a little bit more. I did have to sandblast it in a few spots that were very hard to reach. And the one thing I learned is if I ever do this again, which I know I will, sand all the parts down to the way you want them, down to bare metal, before you weld everything together. That way they're easier to get to. I might even just put like some clear coat over it and maybe some tint, content down a little bit, but we'll see. But this is where I'm at with the table right now. I didn't want to get too crazy for the first project. I wanted to keep it simple, but keep it custom. This right here is open for a reason, and I will show you that reason on a later date. I'm not gonna add any more pieces to it, but I will be doing some more sanding, some more grinding, some more cleaning up of everything. I thought I was getting close to done to this table, but I'm gonna modify it once again. I'm just not happy with the shape, because I got some stuff from Hobby Lobby to add to it, and I'll show you that here in a little bit later. So now the goal is I'm gonna fire this torch back up and make them 2 cuts right there. I think that looks a little bit better. All I have to do is get it close, and the rest I will do with a grinder. Many hours of grinding. All right, what's up there, people? 100 Spoke Riders here in continuation with this table. I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of done with it. This is how it's going to be. I've been sanding on it for a while now. I learned a lot of valuable lessons doing this table. I just don't really want to spend any more time or any more money on this table, mainly time. So I'm not going to paint it. I'm not going to do no body work to it. I'm just going to leave it raw metal for now because I kind of need my table. I almost dropped my phone the other day and it made me realize, man, I wish that table was here. So for now, I'm just going to leave it raw metal, but I want to clear coat it so it doesn't rust up on me. Or the metal doesn't change. Right now, I ran to the Home Depot and I got this acetone right here. Of course, this pile's in the way. But this is the acetone I got right here. And I just got through wiping this all down with the acetone. Oh yeah, before I get started, just in case anybody wondering, anybody cares, I just did something real quick. I went to the Home Depot and got this little can of Rust-Oleum Gloss Clear. So this is my first time using clear in a can. Ironically, I'm trying to do it over raw metal. I'm sure I should have put some, they had some clear primer there too, but you know, ain't nobody got time for all that. So we're gonna see what it do. This is all gonna be a little test. We're gonna see what it do with just this spraying it with this clear. I got one can. I want to dedicate one can to all this right here, and then I got 2 of them cans. I'm gonna do a whole top can on the top half of this. I want the top half on the main plate to be kind of thick. So, all right, let me get to spraying this before it starts raining on me. All right, change of plans. I spoke too soon. Guess what? It started raining on me. As soon as I went to go trying to shake the can up. Now I'm here. I'm gonna try to hook up this little light. Just to get a little something going, because I still want to get this in. Oh, it's always something, man. It can never be easy. I just want to go out there and do it with the sunlight, but hey. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Bam. Bad enough. Alright, people. Let me just spray this and get this first coat on here. Okay, what's up there, people? Here she is. The old table upside down with the first can of clear on it. As I said before, I'm going to dedicate one can to the bottom half of this and the whole, I'm gonna dedicate a whole nother can strictly for the top half. I know it looks a little crazy now because it's upside down, but I think all in all it turned out all right. This is the part that's going on the ground, so I didn't put too much effort on it. You ain't gonna see this part. A lot of this you ain't gonna see because it's upside down. As you can see, I think it's pretty shiny. Try to catch this. I got the light on my phone, so I'll try to catch this at the right angle. All right, what's up there, people? What is up there, people? 100 Spoke Riders here, and yes, I believe as of now, the table is, now I'm gonna say 98% done for now. I mean, yes, I could go back and paint it, and I might do that one day, but that is gonna be way in the future. But I don't know, I kind of like it like this with the raw metal. I'll show you the top here in a second. It's a little dark on this angle, but yeah, basically, it's raw metal style. All the welds exposed and shown, and look at that, it looks like glass. I just put a whole can, almost a whole can of clear, right on the top of it. And it took me a while to get the lines kind of set up the way I want. But there it is, man. I just put the last coat on there now. I'm gonna let it dry. But I think that's gonna be the end for the table for now. We'll move on to another project. The legs are not as good as I like them, but the main part of it is this top, man. This top, I got that the way I want it, and I think the top turned out pretty good. Got the flash on my phone, and I am very impressed with this Rust-Oleum gloss clear. This is the first time I've ever sprayed clear coat out of a can, so we'll see. I'm not going to hype it up all the way because it's still hella wet. We'll see how it looks when it dries, man, but I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I think it turned out pretty good under the circumstances. It's a very windy day. It's kind of cool out. And there's a lot of dust in this garage. I haven't really cleaned up too much after I was doing all this grinding. But yeah, man, this is going to be the table. All right, what's up there, people? 100 Spoke Riders here, and this is the finished product. This is the final outcome. This is my little table. This stuff here, I just basically need a little table so I can charge my phone. I can't put my phone down there because I'm using my phone to record, but you get the idea. And then this is basically a table with like a little kind of, I guess you would call it a flower vase or some kind of a holder. This arrangement was picked up here at Hobby Lobby. It's just a bunch of random stuff. I don't really know what you really call this. I wouldn't really call it a floral arrangement, but you know, it's just a little fake stuff that'll never go bad. I mean, I guess you could put real flowers in there, but it's not really watertight. It's not really going to hold water, so I would probably stick to the fake stuff. Yeah, here it is in all its glory. Just needed something a little small side table that'll fit in this space. Set my little headphones on there for my PlayStation. I'm doing a little gaming. The main thing is to have this table here with the true test to see if it'll clear as I'm kicking my feet up in this chair. This table is definitely not child friendly. This'll hurt you right here for sure. And this one will take it down to the bone. So you hit your knee or something on that, you're gonna have problems. But okay, let's see how this works out. Oh yeah, there you go, plenty of clearance. Sit there, watch TV, no problem. And there it is. Be able to keep my phone right there. Phone charger right there. Everything within quick reach. All right. There you have it, people. 100 Spoke Riders signing out. And for now, I'm gonna call this one done. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Not bad for no plan and a bunch of scrap metal. I wasn't even sure what this was gonna be, but you know, sometimes you don't need a plan. Sometimes you just wing it, and stuff comes about. Thanks for watching 100 Spoke Riders. Subscribe today to not miss a video. You want to hit that little bell like so? Easy. Don't forget about the notifications. All you gotta do is go up there and click it just like that. Slide on down there, hit that save button, and then you won't miss a video. It's that easy.